Welcome to this week's episode of 180 and 180. I'm Bill Wallace, and today I wanted to talk to you about Goldilocks. I hope you're familiar with that kid's story, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. She's responsible for breaking and entering, eating a bunch of porridge, destroying some chairs, and then taking a nap in someone else's bed. But what's so great about that story is the idea that she is working so hard to find that right spot where things aren't too little or aren't too much. And the challenge of that, the difficulty of that, where Baby Bear really has the perfect one who's been able to do things just right. We have that, I think, so often in life. It is so difficult to find that just right spot where you're not too little and you're not too much. It happens in all kinds of things. When you're beginning a relationship, when you're flirting a little bit, you've got to find that right spot where you're actually showing a little bit of interest so that person knows that you're interested in them, and yet you can't come on too strong because then that looks like you're overpowering, and oh my gosh, there's all that drama going along with that. It happens in everything. And for those of us who consider ourselves Christians, it happens all the time. And it's one of the great challenges for us, I think, in our day today. One of the things Jesus talks about is where he encourages us to be salt and light. So in his day, there was all kinds of imagery to go along with that and in terms of what that meant. Even for us today, I think we understand just exactly what that means. From a salt standpoint, if you've got some food and it doesn't have any salt in it, it can taste bland. All the other flavors, they actually need to be brought out by the salt. And so when you've got too little salt in something, it doesn't work. But the same token, of course, if you've got too much, that's all you taste. It's just a big, overpowering salt bomb in your mouth that nobody wants and everyone wants to get rid of. Light is the same thing. If you don't have enough light, you're stumbling around in the dark, breaking toes as you knock into things. But if you've got too much light, then that's overpowering as well. Those of us who live in Washington State, we know that. Oh my gosh, the light comes out and we don't know what to do with it because we're so used to it being a little bit dim around here. That's the challenge for so many Christians. How do we find the right amount of salt and light in which to live our lives? And it's really tough because I think there are a lot of Christians who we've seen those who have been too much salt and who have been too much light, and that seems to give us a negative reputation. But then it's easy to swing the pendulum too far the other way and be not enough salt and not enough light, where we're not doing anything to be a positive benefit for society. Goldilocks had it tough. Baby Bear is the one who got it right, who was able to really find that middle ground of just being the right amount, just right. It's not easy, but that is our challenge. If you consider yourself a Christian, are you being the right amount of salt? Are you being the right amount of light in a world that is thus bringing out flavor and really helping things shine in a positive way? If not, I'd challenge you this week to see where you might be. Are you Goldilocks? Or are you just short of that? Thanks for listening. We'll see you back next week.